Two friends entered a restricted forest area in Kelantan, Malaysia, expecting nothing more than a simple exploration. While recording, they noticed a large figure standing between the trees, barely visible in the darkness. As they tried to get closer, it suddenly moved toward them, forcing them to flee and climb a tree for safety. From above, the figure appeared distorted and unnatural, lingering briefly before fading back into the jungle, allowing both to escape unharmed. At this point, the footage raises several possibilities. Was this an unusually shaped animal seen under extreme fear and low visibility? Or could the movement and timing suggest something staged for the camera? And if it wasn't staged, what do you believe they truly encountered in that forest that night? A channel called Oklahoma Adventures uploaded a video that shocked the Bigfoot community. Deep in a forest known for strange sightings, the team heard heavy movement, found scattered bones, and discovered odd footprints unlike any known animal. Later, their camera captured something unsettling. Raising questions about misidentified wildlife, staged footage, or something unknown. What do you think? A woman living on a rural property went to check the tree line near where her family stored old vehicles after hearing a strange sound. As she walked around her trailer, something sudden caused her to run, with her phone accidentally recording the moment as she fled. The footage was later uploaded, suggesting she escaped safely. When the clip was slowed and rotated, a dark, heavy-built shape appeared, possibly wildlife, a hoax, or a deliberate threat. What do you believe it was? An encounter involving the Oklahoma Adventures team occurred while they were exploring a dense forest. They noticed something moving behind a tree and zoomed in for a closer look. What appeared on camera seemed unbelievable, followed by a low growl that sounded like a warning. At first, it resembled a gorilla, but with no wild apes in Oklahoma, Bigfoot became the only explanation. So what do you think they actually saw? Someone hiking near the water noticed a black figure moving in the water. At first, it looked human, but it appeared completely covered in dark fur or a heavy coat. The footage was posted online, where some viewers suggested it could be Bigfoot. However, the proportions didn't match known descriptions, appearing too short and slim. Even the person who recorded it doubts it was Bigfoot, yet doesn't believe it was human either. Without knowing the location, what do you think it really was? A man hiking up a mountain claimed he saw Bigfoot walking ahead and entering a cave.
Bigfoot went up into that cave. I just saw Bigfoot. Oh my God.
He didn't capture it on camera, only his shocked reaction, leaving many to doubt the claim. Was it real or a misinterpretation? When a man was walking alone in American Fork Canyon, he noticed something large moving through the trees. At first, he assumed it was an elk. But as he got closer, it stood upright on two legs, revealing a clearly human-like shape that was far too large. Terrified, he ran. Do you believe this encounter was real? Late one night, A security camera at Campsite Brewing Company captured something strange near the edge of the frame. A tall, dark figure briefly appeared, and when staff reviewed the footage the next morning, no one could explain it. Some thought it looked human, while others believed it resembled Bigfoot. To this day, the figure has never been identified. What do you think was caught on camera that night? A couple visiting Ashland Ride hiked toward Tunnel 13, trekking nearly a mile through melting, week-old snow. As they stepped past a guardrail, the woman noticed an unusual print in the snow that didn't resemble typical human or dog tracks. As they continued, more impressions appeared, each about 18 inches long, with defined toes and a noticeably large front toe. The prints followed the path briefly, then ended abruptly without leading into the woods. They didn't match animals or snowshoes. If not Bigfoot, what could have made them? In August 1994, Paul Freeman was exploring Oregon's Blue Mountains when he recorded unusual footage.
Oh, there he goes.
His camera first captured large human-like footprints pressed into muddy ground, showing skin ridges that appeared too detailed to fake. As he followed the trail, a tall, hairy figure emerged roughly 50 yards ahead, walking upright with a smooth, natural stride. That brief recording, later known as the Freeman footage, remains one of the most debated Bigfoot sightings ever filmed. John Stone Man was hiking through Kinzua State Park when something unusual caught his attention. He lifted his camera and took 2 photos, which later appeared to show 2 tall, hairy figures standing between the trees. Stone Man said they were larger than any local bears and stood in a posture that looked far more human than animal. What he captured was never confirmed, but the images were added to the growing list of strange sightings reported in Pennsylvania's forests. A trail camera in a snowy forest captured something unusual one early morning. The movement looked human, yet noticeably large, but when zoomed in, it appeared to be wearing clothing. The figure also didn't seem broad enough to match typical Bigfoot descriptions, and its walk looked almost too human. Still, the confusion remains. What would someone be doing deep in the forest, far off trail at that hour? A man set out expecting a normal hike, but deep in the woods, far from the main trail, the day quickly turned strange. He noticed movement ahead and raised his phone to record. Capturing a tall figure standing with its back toward him. When it slowly turned and noticed him, he ran, while the figure remained still. Forests in Idaho are known for strange sounds and reports from hunters and campers. Yet many viewers question whether this video is genuine. Does it show Bigfoot? Or is it simply too perfect to be real? On October 12, 2025, a man walking through a small forest in Idaho noticed 2 upright figures moving at sunset, one large and one small. He recorded a short clip that quickly went viral, labeled as Bigfoot and a Baby. But was it really a Bigfoot family, or simply humans in costumes? A woman who regularly walked her dog through a quiet forest noticed something strange one evening. A tree she passed almost every day looked different, thick with moss and oddly shaped, resembling a tall, shadowy figure. She took a photo and shared it online, where many suggested it looked like Bigfoot, though others questioned misidentification or pareidolia. When she returned the next day, the tree was gone, and she couldn't find it again, leaving her unable to explain what she really saw. A man was hiking peacefully through the mountains of Peru when he noticed a strange figure on the cliffs ahead. From a distance, it looked human, but it was far too large. As the camera zoomed in, the figure moved step by step across the rocky slopes like a person, yet its size didn't match the surrounding ridges. Some believe it was a trick of perspective, while others are convinced it was something extraordinary. So what do you think he really captured? A video shared by Movie Guy 2 was filmed on March 8, 2023 in Yellowstone National Park. His friend spotted two dark figures moving across a field and began recording, assuming they were bears. When the footage was zoomed in and slowed down, the figures appeared to be walking upright. Park rangers later said it could be Bigfoot, but the video is too blurry to be certain. Could it simply be people instead? A man from the Eastern Band of Cherokees in North Carolina began hearing strange noises while out in nature one night. His recording captured a long, deep roar that didn't match any known animal in the area, echoing heavily from deep within the forest. Locals familiar with the region said the sound resembled vocalizations often linked to Bigfoot sightings. And given the area's dense forests and long history of strange reports, could this have been a Bigfoot call? In June 2015, a group of hikers set out on what they expected to be a normal weekend camping trip, unaware that one night in those woods would stay with them forever.
Minchia, facciamo un bello spinello di chi tu possa vedere. No, ma che cos'è, ragazzi? Ma che da minchia cosa? Ecco, un Bigfoot! Un Bigfoot! Grazie a pena, grazie a pena! Guarda, no, scappa! E qui nudo, te che vai! Guarda, occhio, prendetelo! Sto scappando! Sto scappando! Oh no, è scappato!
During the darkness, one of them filmed the quiet forest when a dark figure suddenly moved quickly between the trees. The footage is grainy but unsettling, and the poor quality makes it impossible to identify what was captured. Whether it was an animal, a person, or something else entirely remains unclear. But the fear in that moment was real. So what do you think crossed their path that night? A man captured footage of a distant mountain peak, but when he zoomed in, something unsettling appeared near the top.
Kind of creepy. It's like a person's silhouette up in them clouds. I'm sorry. If it was your mountain, I'm sorry I broke it.
Like a person's silhouette up in the clouds.
A tall, dark silhouette stood motionless against the clouds, shaped like a person, but noticeably larger and broader. Some viewers compared it to the legendary Bigfoot, questioning who or what would stand exposed in the cold wind at that height. Without knowing the exact location, it's impossible to confirm. So what do you think was really standing there? In 2007, a trail camera in northwest Pennsylvania captured three strange images. The first showed bear cubs, but minutes later, two more photos revealed a crouched ape-like figure sniffing the ground. Experts analyzed its limb ratios and posture, saying it appeared more primate than bear. Officials dismissed it as a mangy bear, but many disagreed. Known as Jacob's photos, the images sparked one of wildlife research's biggest debates, and the mysterious creature remains unexplained. In 2021, a strange video surfaced from British Columbia, showing a massive dark figure moving smoothly through the woods. The filmer, Harley Hoffman, captured what appeared to be visible muscle movement and natural motion that many felt looked too real to be a costume. 5 years later, the footage appeared on YouTube, shared by his brother, Hutch Hoffman. Shortly after, both disappeared from public view, leaving behind one of the most mysterious Bigfoot clips ever recorded. One morning, a tall figure stepped out of the forest and stopped between two wooden poles, standing completely still.
Oh my god, look at it! It's just standing there. Bigfoot. Oh my god.
When viewers compared its height to the poles and nearby trees, it appeared far taller than an average person. No one was able to confirm what it was, but the eerie stillness drew intense attention. So what do you think that figure really was? In 2012, a group of students near Pocatello were filming a school project when their camera captured a tall, dark figure moving among the trees. It had broad shoulders and moved slowly into the woods, unlike any normal hiker. The clip spread quickly after. Jeff Meldrum, from Idaho State University, said its proportions matched Bigfoot reports, and it later appeared on Finding Bigfoot. No one proved it fake or claimed responsibility. So what do you think those students really captured? On October 13, 2025, a video filmed by tourists during a jungle tour in the Idaho, Amazon rainforest captured a shocking moment.
Wait, hold on.
I'm zooming. It's huge.
Keep the camera on it. Oh, it's moving. It's going deeper.
As the camera zoomed in, a massive figure appeared, moving deeper into the jungle with motions that looked too human to be an ape, before vanishing into the trees. When the clip was shared online, some dismissed it as fake, while others believed it might be evidence of an unknown species. For centuries, Amazon tribes have spoken of the Mapinguari, a large red-haired being said to roam the deep forest, with hunters reporting strange footprints and eerie howls. So could this footage be connected to that legend? In a quiet forest, a group of hikers discovered a massive rock resting on top of a broken tree, as if it had been thrown with tremendous force. There were no nearby roads or cliffs to explain how it got there, and the tree trunk was split cleanly, suggesting something heavy fell from above. Locals believe it could be the work of Bigfoot, often said to throw rocks and break trees to mark territory. Still, no clear explanation exists, so what do you think caused it? The Sasquatch Outpost channel shared a video reportedly filmed with night vision in Lost Creek Wilderness on February 16, 2019, around 1 a.m. It begins with a silent forest, until a dark head with two glowing eyes appears from behind a tree, staring into the camera. The next morning, the filmer Jim returned and found only a fallen log where the face had been, nothing capable of reflecting infrared light. So what was watching from the dark? A man reviewing footage from his trail camera deep in the forest noticed a strange figure he couldn't immediately identify. It appeared broad and heavy, sitting low with its head down, and didn't clearly match any known animal or person from the area. Some believed the tall frame and thick outline resembled Bigfoot, while others suggested it could be someone wearing bulky winter clothing. Even so, the unfamiliar shape remains difficult to explain. Jenny and Kelly found large footprints near a swamp on a trip close to Marsh Peak, each shaped like an oversized human foot. On a later visit, Duke and Kelly discovered similar tracks again. They never claimed it was Bigfoot, but the size and shape were hard to dismiss. When reviewing their footage, they noticed a faint figure peeking in a still image, seemingly present in the video as well. So with all these clues combined, was it real? While reviewing his trail camera footage, a man noticed something unusual. At first, the video shows a black bear, nothing out of the ordinary. Then a much larger creature appears beside it, making the bear look surprisingly small. The animal has thick, hanging fur and a heavy, rounded build, almost resembling a yak, sometimes described as a hairy cattle or grunting ox. But the behavior doesn't add up. Bears don't typically trail animals like that, which raises the possibility of a misidentified species, an unusual angle, or something else entirely. So what do you think the larger creature really was? Deep in Iowa's wilderness, two hunters sitting high in a tree stand noticed movement below.
Oh shit, this is not good. Not good. What the f?
A massive, black-furred figure moved through the undergrowth with long arms, a heavy frame, and an almost human-like walk, while low growls echoed through the trees. Some viewers dismiss it as a hoax, others believe it was real, especially since Iowa has recorded over 70 similar encounters dating back to the 1970s. So was this another misidentification, or part of a much larger pattern? A clip from Russia. claims to show a real sighting of the legendary Yeti emerging from behind a tree. A huge figure appears, massive and covered in white fur, almost blending into the snowy surroundings. It doesn't move like a bear, and it doesn't resemble one either. However, the extremely poor video quality raises doubts. Is this genuine evidence, a misidentified animal, or simply a visual illusion created by distance and blur? A family visiting the Meat Cabin Mountains came across unusual tracks that at first looked human, but were far larger than normal. The man who found them said his family had noticed similar prints in the area before, and his sister even claimed she once saw Bigfoot herself, an experience so traumatic she refuses to discuss it. With the region widely known as a Bigfoot hotspot, it raises a lingering question. Could there really be some truth behind these repeated encounters? In the Cheyenne Mountains, a hiker named Jeannie Lomakin filmed a strange figure walking along a river. The shape appeared tall and bent, fully covered in hair, and moved in a way that didn't resemble any human behavior. Around the same time, hunters near Salakard found massive footprints deep in the snow, far larger than a man's, which suddenly veered off and vanished into the forest. Many believe both incidents point to the Almasty, Russia's version of Bigfoot, but could there be another explanation? A home security camera in Texas captured a tall figure moving behind a backyard fence in East Texas. Online, some viewers believed it showed a Bigfoot-like presence, while others argued it was simply a person whose shadow was stretched by lighting. No solid proof has emerged, but the homeowner insisted it didn't resemble any neighbor. So was it just a trick of light, or Bigfoot passing through? A hiker in the Hansho Wallowa Mountains, just 2 miles outside Joseph, near the top of the Wallowa Lake Tramway, stopped to take in the view when he noticed movement between the trees. At first, he assumed it was another hiker, but then he saw a tall, dark, hairy figure standing partially hidden behind a tree, watching him. Frozen with fear, he snapped a photo and ran back down the trail. Many believe the image could be proof of Bigfoot, a creature long rumored to roam Oregon's wilderness. So what do you think he really saw? 2 friends were in the woods when they spotted something large that didn't seem to belong there.
I see, he's right there.
For a brief moment, it appeared clearly enough to cause panic, and they ran. Whether it was truly something unusual or just a tree stump remains unknown, since no further details were ever shared. Can you tell what it really was? A Reddit user hiking in the Appalachian Mountains was taking photos when he suddenly felt uneasy and ended his hike early. Later, while reviewing the images, he noticed a dark shape near the rocks that didn't seem to belong to the trees or terrain. The figure is hard to define, but he believes he would have noticed a bear at the time, leading him to wonder if something else was quietly watching him. What do you think it was? A trail camera deep in the snowy forest of Omri, Idaho, captured an image that shocked many viewers. The photo appears to show an ape-like figure standing in the cold, its thick black hair dusted with snow and a bare face showing human-like features. No one knows who placed the camera or when it was triggered, but the snow clinging to its fur suggests prolonged exposure to harsh conditions. Given Idaho's long history of Bigfoot sightings, some believe it could be real, yet doubts remain. Are you convinced? In May 2025, a man uploaded a video claiming he was nearly trapped by Queensland Bigfoot.
Hello? Oh, let me find out there's a friggin' Sasquatch looking at us. Wait a minute, this might be the real deal, everybody. We might be face to face with a Sasquatch right now.
While exploring a forest at night, his flashlight caught 2 glowing eyes in the darkness, and what began as joking quickly turned to panic when he believed something was watching him. As he fled, he fell into a hole, briefly fearing it might be a trap.
Oh, whoa, I just sank Oh my God, what if that's a trap? Because look, he was sitting right there. He was standing right here when we saw him.
Some viewers think it was a territorial animal defending its land, while others believe it was misidentified wildlife. He eventually got out safely. But what do you think he really encountered? New trail camera photos from New York have sparked debate after appearing to show a figure with visible muscle definition in the calves, shoulders, and triceps beneath its fur. Some believe those details point to a real, living being, while others insist it's nothing more than a convincing costume. Still, seeing something like this on your own camera would be unsettling. Would you think it was real or staged? A TikToker recorded his screen while using Google Maps on a tablet and switched into Street View, stopping at a field surrounded by trees. As he panned the view, a strange figure appeared with no clear face, yet seemingly staring straight into the lens. No one knows what it was. Some say a statue or a hidden Easter egg. But what if it wasn't, and this was actually Bigfoot? A hiker in a dense forest in Spain recorded a deep, echoing growl coming from somewhere in the trees. With no animal in sight and no movement around him. The area felt wrong, so he left immediately after capturing the sound. When the recording spread online, it divided viewers. Some blamed wildlife, others something unknown. And to this day, the source of that growl remains unexplained. While exploring the woods, someone came across an unusual sight, filmed it, and shared the clip on Instagram. The video shows a dark, human-sized figure sitting high on a tree branch, resembling a gorilla or ape-like animal. Online reactions were split. Some believed the size and movement pointed to Bigfoot, while others felt it looked too human, possibly a person in a costume playing a prank. So what do you think it really was? A man camping with his son at Yellowstone Salt Fork State Park noticed a dark shape moving through the trees and managed to record a short clip before they left the park. Too frightened to stay. He later uploaded the footage to his channel, Tausay, asking viewers to help identify what they saw. After the clip was stabilized, brightened, and zoomed, the figure appeared clearly bipedal, but the poor quality left key details unresolved. So what do you think was moving through those woods? While hiking along a foggy trail, this person suddenly stopped when a tall, dark shape appeared just off the path. Through the mist, it looked upright and broad, with arms longer than you'd expect from a normal hiker. The fog and low resolution make it hard to identify, but the silhouette feels unsettling. So was it Bigfoot, another person on the trail, or simply a trick of the fog? Chris Dickinson, a Bigfoot researcher from Oklahoma, recorded an unsettling video in July 2020 while trekking deep in the forest.
I got something big and black back here. Look. Right in the middle of my screen. Right there.
He noticed fallen trees arranged in a deliberate pattern, then briefly spotted a large dark shape that vanished when he looked again. Sharp cracking sounds followed, and farther in, he found a strange structure that appeared built. Through it, he saw a tall figure standing still before a deep growl echoed. Was something intelligent watching and warning him to leave? A Reddit user named Tayden Tracker said his great-uncle took these photos on his farm in Wisconsin, sometime around 1984. The uncle, a former military man who rarely spoke about his past, often mentioned these images and a short video connected to them. When the footage was later brightened and slowed, some thought it showed a man running, while others believed it was something else entirely. Whatever he captured clearly stayed with him. So what do you think it really was? While hiking deep in the woods, someone thought they saw a face hidden among the branches and quickly pulled out a phone to record before leaving, unsettled. When they reviewed the footage later, it was still unclear what they had seen. Some viewers claimed they could clearly make out a face in the leaves, while others believed it was nothing more than pareidolia. So was it a real creature watching from the trees, or simply the mind filling in shapes that weren't there? Chad McKee lived near the Bar Biff River Wildlife Area, where one night he recorded more than 8 minutes of loud, piercing screams coming from the woods. After nearby hogs and cattle went missing, a neighbor set up a trail camera that captured unsettling footage. Locals in the region often report strange sightings and eerie calls near the forests and riverbanks, leading Chad to believe a large, hidden creature moves through the thick woods near his home. In a separate incident, a couple hiking near a stream at Mount Washington spotted a crouched figure in the water and assumed it was a bear, until it suddenly stood up and ran off on 2 legs with broad shoulders and long arms. They believed it could have been a young Bigfoot searching for food. But if it wasn't known wildlife, what do you think they encountered? Someone walking through the bush in Queensland spotted a small, dark figure standing among the plants. It appeared shorter than a human and covered in dark fur, unlike anything he had seen before. The figure quickly ran off, but he managed to capture a photo. Experts later examined the image, with some suggesting it could be a yowie, often compared to Bigfoot. However, its size and thin build raised doubts. So was it something unknown, or just a person after all? A hiker became lost for about 30 minutes in a forest in Sweden, when a loud, human-like scream suddenly echoed through the trees.
Okay, what the that was like a voice, but I don't know where. Like, it sounded like it came from if you walk through here. Obviously, I have no idea how to walk through there because it's like, I mean, great time to pull up the camera, I guess. That was great. Like screaming. That's the what? Second time I've heard screaming? It must have been longer. Yeah, no, I'm like pretty lost actually.
As he tried to find the trail, more screams followed from different directions, prompting him to record the sounds while continuing forward. With no houses or roads nearby, the source felt unsettling. Later, viewers suggested animals like foxes or roe deer, which can sound eerily human. The hiker eventually reached safety, but was it just wildlife or something else entirely? 2 hikers at Mount St. Helens spotted a creature moving through the grass and initially assumed it was a bear. As they took photos, they realized it looked nothing like one. The figure walked upright but hunched forward, showed no reaction to being zoomed in on, and had a partially hairless, almost human-like face. Some dismissed it as a hoax or a person in a suit, while others pointed to its gray hair and weak build, suggesting it could be an older Bigfoot. The sighting occurred near Ape Canyon, a location tied to Bigfoot legends since 1924, when miners reported attacks by ape-like creatures. Later decades brought reports of mysterious bodies and remains with unusual proportions, never verified but fueling long-standing speculation, making these photos seem less unbelievable than they first appear. In 2018, a video from Marsharin Central Oregon surfaced online showing a chaotic nighttime encounter in the woods.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, it's fucking... Can someone get the flashlight? Go get the flashlight, Eric. Holy fuck. What the is that?
Nobody, everybody's inside.
It's behind the bush again.
Behind the ridge.
That's gotta be what that sound is.
What?
I can try.
It's behind the bush over there.
It was definitely on two legs.
Yes, it was walking.
The uploader claimed the figure they filmed was Bigfoot Parstois, saying they had seen it before while it chased a deer. At first, many dismissed the clip as fake and mocked the claim. Years later, when it resurfaced, viewers began noticing details: the creature's height, long arms, and the raw fear in the voices.
Hey! Hey!
Whatever it was, something massive moved through those woods that night, adding to the region's long list of unsettling sightings. A man walked into the woods near his home after hearing strange noises and began recording.
The size of this old bitch. It's gotta be 9 foot tall. Hey, see if you want some chocolate. Hey, big fella. Hey, fella. Hey, fella, come here. Oh, he's getting pissed now.
As he moved forward, a large figure stepped out of the darkness, noticed the camera, and slowly backed away before disappearing. He later uploaded the footage online, asking viewers for opinions. Some believe it shows Bigfoot, while others think it could be something else entirely. So, what do you think he really encountered that night? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.